Yo, what's good? What's good? A couple topics I want to talk about right now. I ain't gonna take too much time. Um, Shout out to those that could do these videos for 2.5 hours. I be strolling, I be on YouTube, I be seeing it. 2 hours, 45 minutes, 3 hours and 10 minutes. That's like watching Titanic. So if you have the ability to do that, whew, props. Me, 10 minutes, mouth dried, sweating, lose my train of thought. That's why I try to make it like simple and sweet. It don't take that long to get to a point. But shout out to New York. That's hometown. Always. To the day I die, hometown. It's a damn shame what they doing out there to that city though. You guys have the worst governor mayor combination in the country. I thought California was bad with Newsom. You guys won. You guys won. Congratulations. You guys won. Finally, you won something. New York, you won something. Especially with Coleman. You see what he did? Whoo, that's a shit storm right there. And I remember last year he won an Emmy. For what? I have no idea why he won an Emmy, but he won an Emmy. I guess for what? His performances on his interviews. He won an Emmy. People were saying Cuomo for president, and this is what leadership looks like. I knew about these nursing home numbers since last year, since April, May. Media would not touch it. Would not touch it. Not election time was coming around. They said, "No, we are not gonna report on this. We're gonna wait till after the election, and then we're gonna get him for this." And that's what happened. Basically, he was told not to, not to put the sick COVID patients in the nursing homes with the elderly. They are very susceptible to colds and flus and any viruses. They said put him in a Javits Center. Trump sent a naval ship. I think it could have held like 20,000 people. He sent that. It sat on the harbor for weeks. He wouldn't use it. Why? Because it came from Trump. So his ego was in the way. So he decided to do his own thing and put all these people with the sick and the elderly in. We're talking about 12, 15,000 people that didn't have to die. But because of this man's ego, pride, whatever, it happened. Horrible. Horrible. And then I watched a news reporter yesterday, right? In New York, from New York, right? The news. She put on a blue mask and then she's showing you how to put on two masks. Now they want you to wear two masks. My thing is, why stop at two? Why not just put on seven? Just put on seven masks. You'll be ahead of the game. You know why they telling you to wear two masks now? Because masks don't work. Masks don't work. I'm sorry to break it to you. They don't work. There's no science behind it at all. At all. We knew this last year. We knew this. When they first came out, they said masks don't work. Don't have to wear one. Then they said you needed an N95 mask. That was the mask that was going to work. Then they came out and said you can wear anything. You can make one with my shirt sleeve. I can make a mask. Just as long as it's covering all this. They don't work. This is why they're telling you to wear two now. Think it's going to stop there? Now I'm reading reports, the 100-day mask mandate Biden's talking about. Now he's talking about making it till Christmas. These people. It's obvious to me that they have no idea what they're doing. None whatsoever. So now did Trump not know what he was doing either? Because I thought these people would have a plan in place. Like you had all the time to prepare. You knew you was going to win the election. You knew you was going to win the election. I know that. All this planning you had to do. And the only thing you can say is wear two masks now. Great job. Keep it up. Keep it up. Oh, boy. What else? Biden. Heard what he said the other night? The president at CNN Town Hall. They asked him a question about police brutality. This question was along the lines of how we going to not over-legislate the police officers so they can do a more effective job of policing the high-risk communities. So, of course, he goes off script. And he says, I know I'm going to get in trouble for saying this, but things in America have gotten better. Because if you look on your TV now, every other ad is a biracial couple. How do you get away with it? How do you say something like that first and foremost? That makes me feel better when I look on my TV and I see a biracial couple. How was that helping me out? That's showing you change and growth. Because I love when I go to a store and I see one poster with the white family here, all happy, and then I look at this poster and it's a biracial family. Black man, white man, black woman, mixed kids. I love seeing it. It makes me feel so good on the inside. How far my people have come. That benefits us how? I think it benefits white people. Makes you feel what, safer? I don't know. I don't see any benefit from it. That's a very racist thing to say in the first place. Very, very racist. If Donald Trump would have said something like that, forget about it. Cancel culture would have been all over him. But JB, he gets a pass. We no longer have a media. That's why he gets a pass. They don't even report the crap he does or says. Very, very racist. But that's your president, man. Good luck. But what I really wanted to get into is this article, right? This is crazy. Where's this at? Come on, pull up. Hold on, give me a second. Let me find it. It's about a college professor from Columbia University who thinks heroin should be legalized and decriminalized because he uses it recreationally for like the last 6-7 years. His name is Carl Hart, a black man, is saying that we should legalize heroin because he uses it frequently, as much as 10 days in a row, and enjoys it mightily. Heroin. Even though he wrote a new book about it, he goes into his experiences with the withdrawal 12 to 16 hours later, the pain he felt, the shakes, the sweating. He says he'll never forget that pain. But the discomfort is worthwhile. Withdrawal is worthwhile because the high is better than the withdrawal, apparently, to him. He's a college professor at Columbia. He says, there aren't many things in life that I enjoy more than a few lines by the fireplace at the end of the day. Isn't that lovely? That's nice, right? Fireplace, wine, jazz music playing. He's got his little cardigan on, fireplace lit, and the smack, the blue magic right there. I'm starting to get, my heart is starting to race just read. My heart's starting to race just reading this. I'm stumbling my words already. This is, whew. I did a video a couple weeks ago, right, about college and how I think it's a scam now. It's overrated. It's not needed. That's why people want their student loans forgiven, because they realize they wasted their time. They didn't learn anything productive that's going to help them out in the real world. I even told my kids, you don't need college anymore. You don't. Go learn something that you can actually use. This is part of the reason why. This is a college professor. This is what a professor is these days. And we're sending our kids to this school. This is Columbia. You know how expensive that school is? And it's a top school in the country. So you're going to spend $50,000 a year for your child to go listen to a junkie, tell them how good heroin is. Good job, bro. You're a black man, too. Good job, bro. You ever seen anybody high on heroin? I have. It's one of the saddest things you can see is somebody strung out on heroin. It is. It is. I don't know what this guy's talking about. But I want you to do this, bro. Next time you're by that fireplace getting smacked out of your mind, record it. Record it and then post it so we can all see what you look like. I promise you, that scene you set up by the fireplace, you're not going to look like a Columbia professor. You're not going to look like you're being enlightened and woke with that fireplace and the music playing in the background. You're going to be dopey, leaning and drooling yourself like the rest of them. You ain't special. You're not special. That's what it does to you. Just because when you come out of your stupor and the drugs wear off, you can put your tie back or your cardigan back on and go teach. I'd want a refund if I was my teacher. Like, nah, I knew I ain't failed that test. He gave me a D. I knew it was bullshit. Yeah, he gave me a D. I should have got an A. He gave me a D. I knew it. He was high, baked. He might have been baked when he did this interview. Whatever he did. It wants to decriminalize it. You see what drugs have done to the black community? You haven't seen it? heroin, crack. It's destroyed it, ruined it, ruins lives. And you want to use it, you basically want to teach people how to use it in a good way to be more productive junkies. Like, don't get all strung out and addicted. That's silly. Do it after work. Get your lines together. Only do 3. Don't do 5. Don't go steal microwaves and go break the law to go get it. Just sit in a recliner by the fireplace and toot up. And then get ready for work in the morning. Helps him maintain a work-life balance. And then he talks about doing Molly, does ecstasy, even bath salts. This is the college professor. Bath salts? Woo! Matter of fact, I do want to sit in this class. This class probably lit. That class probably lit. It's lit. You don't know when it's gonna be lit, but every week or so, at least once a week, that class is lit. Professor be on it. And he thinks it's the greatest thing in the world. Tell that to the people who've lost young kids and all that, to college-age kids to ODs. Or families that have to watch their loved ones in and out of rehab, in and out of jail, living on the streets, life in shambles because of this. Talk to them about that fire. Let them come to your fireplace and you can have a cipher around that fireplace and just have a whole bunch of the blue magic around you. Families ruined because somebody's selling it, going to jail for 30 years. Somebody using it, selling their microwaves and stuff like that, disappearing for 3-4 days at a time. You never seen that? I've seen people clean off of it, and I'm like, damn, they got it. Finally got that monkey off their back. Time goes by, you come see him again, you can just instantly just see the whole demeanor change off of that garbage. And you got a person like him just coming around just willy-nilly. Yes, shit, toot up, get high, as high as a kite. It's good for you. Just do it smart. We got to be watchful, mindful of these woke intellectuals. I think they know, it's so enlightened that they can actually get stuff like this on the internet for us to read. And we're supposed to just go along with it because he's a professor at Columbia. Bro, you're not woke. You just can't sleep. You're sleep deprived. You might need some melatonin. You don't need any more dope. You need melatonin and a nice pillow. Memory foam mattress or something because you need some sleep. You're not woke at all, B. As a black man, I'm doubly offended by this. Why? Why even promote this? Of all the things you could be doing to make lives easier for everybody, not just black, everybody, you want to promote heroin. Yeah, buddy. We're living in strange times. Like, it's starting to become apparent every day. It's only so long you could hide. Whatever you do in the dark, eventually it's going to come to the light. And it's starting to become very abundantly clear. We got some wackos in powerful places. And they have the power to make change, not for the better, but for the worse. So who knows how many other professors are like them out there. Getting high with them. They probably be having this crazy ciphers and having all these ideologies while they're high. Because when you're high, everything sounds great. Yeah, everything sounds great when you're high. Everything. So you sit there, come up with these theories and nonsense and go to school the next day and bing, poison your minds every day with this garbage. So, be careful out there. Question everybody. Anytime you hear something silly like this, read the articles. Just read it. You can go on Google right now. You can read it. Just type in college professor heroin. It's going to pop up. You're going to see him. He looks like a nice man, too. He got his dreads all nicely bundled up. Nice cardigan sweater. Like I said, when he's on that smack, I guarantee you he don't look like that. He don't sound like that. He's probably looks like a monster. He looks like a devil. Dope fiend leaning on himself in the corner somewhere. Get out of here, yo. But anyway, I hate being woke. I do. It's a burden, but I'm with it. You guys be safe out there.